Who is this woman? Why was she killed, if she was killed? Why isn't she being protected if she is actually in the deep coma that two people have told me that she was in? There are so many stories being told by the murderers. Yes, I can say murderers without an issue, for they are indeed murderers. One of them used a crowbar to break into her home while I was waylaid for 2 hours by hospital personnel. Yes, the hospital coordinated with a criminal breaking into a home with a crowbar. He didn't have a key to it. He had no business in the home, but he got in. And then the hospital or the doctor, the elder killer, Dr. Jason Boyd, one of the two of them assured the guy with the crowbar, her son from Virginia, that it didn't matter he was out of state. It didn't matter that he had no right to be there, that the police would give him possession based upon the crowbar and the officer and his gun. Chief Mike West has stood by his officer. He is part of the criminal conspiracy. They were in the process of murdering Henny, not in a normal way, but by elder killing, which is sometimes called by the very evil term elder cleansing. They are cleansing the world of the elderly. It's evil. It should never be used. It's an elder killer and all. So how did that work? Well, the police department approved it. It was a criminal act, but the police department has nobody to check them because turns out the FBI Greenville office refused to do anything about that, together with other actions in Wayne County. It's not clear why the FBI Greenville sat on it, but sat on it they did. The woman is in a deep coma, or she is dead. But there's no record of her death. There are rumors that she died in April, rumors she died in May. But I suspect she's still in that deep coma, being kept alive by hospice personnel, not aware that she wanted to have treatment, and she merited treatment. They've been told a bill of goods by the doctor who says it's gone into her pancreas, so we just simply have to refuse any further treatment. That is not what Henny wanted. The man next to her, he died a quick death. He was her friend for a long time, said to be my fifth cousin, maybe, maybe not. But that's how I met Henny. And I lived in Henny's home as a special guest. A tenant, yes, but a guest. I paid half of the utilities and all. And then when Henny got in trouble, I became her caregiver for the last 2+ years until a crowbar removed me so that the murderer and his accomplices, the crowbar couple, Leon and Candace Carlisle, could take over the home. They've already taken over, coerced Henny into making an idiotic statement, where at the end she said to the 20 or so people that were in the room, all hospital people, "Did I get it right?" And then she looked in another direction. "Did I get it right? Did I get it right? Did I get it right?" Lifting her head off the bed to say those 4 questions. She was screaming for help. And FBI Greenville, the U.S. attorney out of Raleigh, they've all refused to do their job under 18 U.S.C. 4, which is to investigate felonies. They instead sat on them. Why did they sit on them? That's very hard to fully understand. But quite clearly, they were derelict in their duties. The U.S. attorney should be put on a grill and grilled with question after question on how he refused 22 felonies, how he rejected them. He sent the word down, and the guards got to tell him, the district court marshals. One of them told me that Bobby Higdon rejected everything you want. And so he did. We must not let our elders be killed for no other reason than it's possible to do it. I can prove this man, the doctor, is an elder killer. It's easily proved that the son broke into the home so that he could continue the hostage taking of Henny Carlisle, and where she'd have no choice but to accept that she was without any protection unless I brought people to protect her. And it turns out nobody wants to be notified about felonies. So I again ask America, do you really want your grandmother to be killed, your grandfather to be killed, simply because there are doctors now who are willing to do it if they should get ill? That's what they did to Henny. He refused the first round of chemo, was going to wait 10 more days, and by then she was sure to have died, and I forced him to give the first round of chemo. Why was he going to wait the 10 days? He's got to explain that. Why does he tolerate 2.5 weeks for pathology reports on a stage 4 cancer person? He claims that happens all the time. Well, it shouldn't. Wayne County is a hellhole for the elderly. Don't get treated at Wayne Memorial Hospital. They are filled with people who work with elder killers. And yeah, Attorney General Barr, Donald Trump, catch this U.S. attorney and save Henny Carlisle's life, for she is probably still alive. There's no death certificate. There's no notice of her death. There's no funeral at Arlington. There's no record of anything on the internet. Please do your job and shut down this U.S. attorney who refused. He rejected 22 felonies notification under 18 U.S.C. 4, which allows those notifications and which he had a duty to accept and to pass on to the best investigative agency possible, which would probably be the Civil Rights Division. This is fight the corrupt. All the corrupt. Fight them all. William Samuel McAliley II saying this lady deserved better out of America, up to date, and now it is time to find out. Can you save her? Will you save her? Does America care to save its elderly from these monsters who have a medical degree? Sometimes they die quick, like Major James Wallace did, but sometimes they have a chance, but not with our current set of doctors. Too many of them have joined the elder cleansing movement or are shutting their eyes to it, which is just as bad. Save Henny Carlisle. Rescue Henny Carlisle immediately that you realize this should not have happened. It should not be happening right now. And it must be stopped.